Welcome to the Gawler and Light River Deltas, just 28 kilometres from Adelaide CBD. This bird sanctuary encompasses over 60 kilometres of coastline north of Adelaide, adjacent to the Gulf of St Vincent, and spans 4 local council areas. Within the bird sanctuary sits the Adelaide International Bird Sanctuary National Park, Wenatchee Punkara. The bird sanctuary is located at the southern end of the East Asian Australasian Flyaway and serves as a key feeding and roosting site for migratory birds. These birds fly from as far as Siberia and Alaska, passing through 22 countries. Over 27,000 migratory birds call the Adelaide International Bird Sanctuary home each year.
Historically, in the 1840s, this land was Port Gawler Estate, one of the largest pastoral properties north of Adelaide. In 1856, the property was sold to the Brown family, who expanded it to over 40,000 acres and renamed it Buckland Park Estate. Deer were introduced during this period for hunting and social events, including a royal visit in 1901. In 1996, Buckland Park Estate was subdivided, introducing new agricultural activities. However, urban sprawl began encroaching on this area, impacting its primary production land. The feral fallow deer population continued to grow, with approximately 700 deer primarily in the Gawler River Delta. These deer caused significant damage to primary production crops, riverbanks, native vegetation, sensitive mangrove and sandfire ecosystems, and migratory bird habitat. With the recognition of feral deer impacts on primary production, illegal hunting activities, land misuse, migratory bird habitat destruction, and the pressures from urban sprawl, a multi-agency deer working group was formed. Survey works were conducted and a ground shooting agreement with volunteer shooters was adopted in 2022. Due to access issues and the vegetation type, in 9 months only 54 deer were removed from the area via ground shooting. This approach having a minimal effect on the population density. Aerial control had always been considered, but due to the political and strategic complexities, it had not yet been approved, but initial planning had occurred.
Planning of the operation involved engaging with various stakeholders. These include regional landscape boards, Green Adelaide, National Parks and Wildlife Service, Friends of Parks and local councils. After the planning, approval was given for 2023 and 2024 operations. Before any aerial control operations could be implemented, we faced numerous strategic roadblocks. Each one required careful planning and coordination.
Our first challenge was developing the biggest operational footprint that had the most private and public land with the highest densities of feral deer. Not all landholders were compliant or easy to work with. Some were hesitant about the aerial operation due to specific land use or conflicting agendas.
We had numerous discussions to explain the project's importance and reiterate their obligations under the South Australian Landscape Act 2019. Negotiations included arrangements to muster deer off properties for culling in approved areas. We managed to gain approval from all but one key landholder.
Within the shoot area, 2 local businesses were going to be affected. One of these businesses was the recreational off-road park. We decided to close this park due to safety concerns. The second business, a disability care facility, required the relocation of all live-in residents to ensure their safety and well-being. This involved clear communication to move these residents temporarily. The operation was scheduled over a weekend to minimise the number of clients needing relocation.
Coordination with Flight Training Adelaide was crucial due to our operational area taking place over their training ground. Constant communication between our operational helicopters and the training aircraft was essential to ensure safety. Additionally, the military proofing range and restricted airspace from Edinburgh Military Airport presented unique challenges. We liaised with military officials to avoid conflicts and ensure our flight paths did not intersect with military exercises or restricted airspace. Public safety was another significant concern. Given the large operational footprint and multiple access points via land and sea, we secured the area with road closures, signage at all access points, and staff positioned at key locations
to engage with members of the public looking to enter the area. During the initial aerial cull, marine parks patrolled strategic locations in the sea to prevent recreational boats from entering the operational zone.
Due to the arrangements with landholders who did not agree to culling on their properties, we operated with 2 helicopters. One helicopter mustered the deer into approved shoot areas, while the other carried a marksman to target the deer. This was particularly challenging as many deer were harbouring in an olive orchard surrounded by a leaky deer-proof fence. Extensive effort was made to push the animals through the fence, across the Gawler River and into approved shoot zones. Particular landholders who did not agree to an aerial muster or shoot, and properties that had feral deer harbouring within the restricted military airspace, negotiations with them took place to still be involved in the operation. This included vehicle and on-foot mustering by landowners and staff the morning of the shoot to herd animals from upstream in the Gawler River corridor to be picked up by the mustering helicopter.
Thanks to strategic planning and stakeholder interactions, we were able to have 2 successful aerial control programs, culling 373 deer in 2023 and 224 deer in 2024. We estimate that the remaining population are around about 80 deer in the area. Volunteer ground shooting continues, and professional contractors are being engaged to complement aerial operations. Formal compliance with non-compliant landholders are being pursued, and discussions are underway for a thermal-assisted aerial cull in 2025 to eradicate the remaining population.
By working together, we've significantly reduced the amount of feral deer in the area. With continuing efforts and new technologies, hopefully this will achieve us with our goal of deer eradication.